Hi, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Manaza, that is pronounced Mona Lisa without the Lee. Yes, that usually helps. And I am a master's student of electrical engineering at the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology in Germany. And I'm here to tell you that I think you and we have quite a bit in common. For starters, we're all in quarantine. We're confined and there really isn't much we can do. And it's so easy to get bogged down and feel frustrated in these exceptional circumstances. But, well, I thought to myself, what would be an alternate way to look at this situation? And it occurred to me that this is a Goldilocks zone of sorts. This right now is the best time, if any, to pursue passion projects, interests, hobbies, talents, really anything one had been even procrastinating on for a period of time, which led me to initiate this channel. So, welcome! As to what it is that I like to do, well, ideally, I'd like to rise above all of this, and kind of get a bird's eye view on a variety of different topics that I'm personally interested in. So these could be pertaining to science, technology, mathematics, art, history, philosophy, psychology, engineering, of course, engineering, and what have you, right? The list is really, really long. So I decided to start this channel because I am an incredibly curious soul. I just want to know everything about everything because I consider myself a jack of all trades, right? And it's just so much fun given the kinds of information that we have access to these days to keep knowing, right? To keep learning. And that, by the way, is the second thing that we have in common. This innate, inbuilt, really default, I would say, desire or urge to gain knowledge, to keep learning, to get answers to questions. Because that's kind of how we are hardwired. We're wired, or we're born questioning, we're born exploratory and curious, right? So I'd like to think that this channel is in celebration of that very fundamental human spirit, because this is what it means to be human. So thank you so much for joining me on this, because as you would know, it's just so much more fun to celebrate with people. And a little bit about why I chose the particular title that I did. I basically borrow from Norse mythology. Mimir happens to be the god of knowledge and wisdom. And he is also the guardian of a well, which is this enchanted pool of water, such that if you take a single sip from it, suddenly all of the mysteries of the universe will unveil themselves to you and you will be propelled to this higher dimension of understanding and awareness. And that primarily is what I think I'd like to go for, is to create my own personalized, customized little version of a Mimir's well. Of course, a very humble attempt, right, to the best of one's human abilities, but I think why not give this a shot? And here's what completely fascinated me about Norse mythology is it's so seemingly simplistic, and the idea is so powerful in that if one is aware of what happened in the past, if one is up to date with things that happen pertaining to history, specifically policy making, and any topic that is of one's personal interest. And if one is vigilant about the present, then it is so easy to make intelligent, informed, reliable deductions about the future, to make these extrapolations so we know where the world is headed and where our place is in it, right? So a little bit about where we are headed with regards to this channel, or what you can expect off of it. Initially, I thought book review sounds really cool because I love reading, and I was like, well, what better idea than to just pick up a book, and because it's usually on a novel topic, something that I might not necessarily be well acquainted with to begin with. So I would read the book and I would do intense research parallel to that. Now, I need to emphasize at this point that the research I do will be scientifically accurate, right? Comes from sources that are factually correct and objective. This is very important for me to highlight, that I will be approaching all of this from a scientific perspective. So even though the topics themselves will be changing, and there might not necessarily be even a link between them, yet the scientific aspect of it is what will remain constant throughout. So there you have it, that's the idea. But I just thought I don't want to just limit myself to books. Of course, I will also look into scientific literature, publications, journals, podcasts, and a variety of other sources of information out there that, like I said, would be trustworthy. And of course, people, because what better sources of information than people and experts, right? And a combination of all of these sources sort of is what you can expect in a video. So it'll be a bite-sized piece of coherent, comprehensive, cohesive information that then you as the viewers can look into and decide whether or not the topic is of interest to you, whether or not you like to pursue the book that goes with it. And if not, well, there's always another topic that, will catch your attention, I'm pretty sure. So the whole concept of this, where I'm going with this, is I want this to be a win-win situation for everybody involved. I want this to be a give and take of knowledge where everyone comes off better at the end of it all, right? Better in terms of the knowledge they've gained, in terms of how comfortable we are with a particular topic and its contents. And I just want, everyone to think and muse and brood along with me. And I have some amazing things planned, some brilliant things coming up. So there you have it. Once again, thank you so much for accompanying me on this so far, and I hope to see you around. Before we go, I just need you to know I think you're awesome. Okay, you're absolutely awesome for being curious, for wanting to know more, and keep that up. I'll see you around. Take care. Bye bye.